Hi everyone, welcome to Adventures with Raven and Rowley. I'm Raven and this is Rowley. A few years ago I started this channel. During that time I was living in an RV full-time, fifth wheel, and then I lived in a Class A for a total of 5 years between the two. I'll put a playlist here for you so you can see what it was like living in an RV. Until about a month ago, I was living in the Mojave Desert for almost a year in a self-contained 6x12 cargo trailer that I converted. And you can see the playlist here if you'd like to see that year's worth of videos, you know. Okay. So anyway, last week I talked about how it feels to live without the mountains around. This week, and the desert. And this week I'm going to talk about various mind's eye observation like the sky. If you're curious, please join us on this journey and continue to watch. Okay? This is my 100th video. I didn't think I would last this long. I originally made these videos to document my journey and like a journal, you know, and to have a record for my great-grandkids so they could see who I am, you know, or was. Right now it's am. I'm vain like that, okay? I want to live forever. I really do. I wouldn't mind at all. Not at all. I just think all of the stuff I could learn, you know? But anyway, you know, and there would always be something else to learn, you know? I came to the East Coast on my way to Switzerland because I'll be going on to Switzerland. And I've been here for a month, and it's been very pleasurable and very fattening. You know, although I can't say I gained any weight. I didn't. I've been eating them, but I haven't gained any weight. I've lived on the west coast of the United States for probably about 6, maybe 7 years. And looking in my mind's eye, I see sunshine everywhere, you know. I see smiles, I see beautiful mountains, I see warmth in my body, you know. When I think about the East Coast of the United States, the Northeast coast in particular, I think of the color gray. I've lived most of my life, about 70 plus years, on the Northeast coast. And now looking at the pictures in my mind's eye, the surrounding air looks gray when I think about all of those years, you know. It looks kind of gray, a dark and a kind of foreboding gray and cold, you know. I realize now that it's actually gray here. Yes, it's winter here, but we're moving into spring, okay? It was been overcast and gray, although yesterday it went up to 70 degrees. It was still gray, but it was 70 degrees. It was nice, you know. Rowley and I took a really, really pleasant walk because and enjoy the dogwoods that are in bloom. The cherry blossoms, the magnolias, trees are in bloom, and of course the daffodils are in bloom. Of course it's gray here, mostly because this is a coastal city and it has fog, you know. San Francisco has the same problem with fog and grayness. Of course there are sunny days, always. I remember looking back and realizing now that I'm here and I can compare that I really couldn't see the sky. My eyesight is not the greatest. I mean, even so, I remember being overwhelmingly surprised at how gorgeous the sky is when I went to the Hayden Planetarium in New York when I was a kid. It was one of the things that I was really looking forward to seeing living in the Nevada desert, the sky and the Milky Way. I did get to see them. I wonder what the sky will look like in Switzerland, but I'll find out, of course. Since I'm going anyway. I've got my sky maps and my virtual astrolabe on my phone, so I'm ready to see what's where, you know? And then there's my health. I mentioned in the last video that I had tried earthing. Well, I'm still continuing with the pads, and I feel that there is a benefit to using it. But I believe that not putting your hands or your feet on the earth or touching a tree or anything that constitutes contact with the earth is a real physical loss to our bodies. And I do feel better. Might be psychological, but I do feel better. Now, I know I look healthy, and overall, I think I am healthy. But I do have migraines, a lot of them. And I do have fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia, they're finding now, is an autoimmune disease that mostly affects women. I don't know why. Both are hidden diseases, so I look healthy all the time. I have noticed, though, that when I'm having a migraine attack or some such, that my eye droops and I get 11s on my forehead, you know, and I find it very difficult to smile. Otherwise, nothing outwardly shows. I probably went through a dozen doctors before I finally got a diagnosis of fibromyalgia. Yesterday, I was watching an excellent doctor's report on YouTube on the subject of fibromyalgia. The link is below in the show notes if you're interested. It's an unusual disease. This is when I discovered that my migraines are one of the symptoms of fibromyalgia. I always considered them as two separate things in my life, you know, that I got to deal with, along with everything else, including skin pain. Really? What's up? I remember going to a doctor once and saying, my skin hurts. That can't be normal, okay? It didn't hurt last month. Why does it hurt now? You know, what's going on? He pretty much said that it was all in my head. As that turned out, it's somewhat true. In that, my brain is misfiring pain sensations. But I don't think that's what he meant, you know. I remember I went to the doctor and my face was sweating so bad that it looked like I had just dumped my face in water and didn't dry off, you know? And it was just my face, not my neck or my shoulders, back, anything else, just my face. I had come from an air-conditioned house into an air-conditioned car into his air-conditioned office. That was summertime in New Hampshire. And there was no reason for me to be sweating like that, you know. He told me that I should put antiperspirant on my face So I found another doctor. I did find out, though, later on that actors do put antiperspirant on their face sometimes in order to avoid sweating on stage. And it stopped after a while. The whole thing lasted maybe a month. And it only happened once. And it disappeared just as fast as it started. It was like I woke up one day and I started sweating all over my face, and one day I woke up and I wasn't. Anyway, those of you who live in other countries may not realize how varied the weather is in this country. This place is huge, We're talking 3,000 miles minimum from one coast to the other if you could travel in a straight line like a ruler, which is going to happen. Driving, of course, is quite a bit longer than 3,000 miles. So where you live could actually affect your health and your attitude, I'm hoping that where I'll be living in Switzerland will be a cross between the two, bright sunshine and beautiful mountains, because it's not in a coastal town, I've been following the weather, and it seems that the temperature is about the same as it was in Nevada, as it is here in New Jersey, as it is going to be in Switzerland. Same temperature range. Amazing. I always think of Switzerland and snow. Lots and lots and lots and lots of snow. Anyway, the Rowley report. We went to the vet this week so that he could get his last checkup before his passport to go to Switzerland. They put a muzzle on him. I made the sign for quiet. Since then, he's been barking a lot less, and a lot less forcefully, a lot less insistently and incessantly. Connected the dots for him, So the walks are pretty good this week after we went to the vet. I think as a result, he's more laid back now. So I'm enjoying his company a lot more. He's not insisting on sitting on my lap so much, and I've gotten the feeling back in my legs. He's content now, more or less, to lay next to me and on me this way instead of all the way on me, And I think he's getting used to the city. And he's not so afraid as he was before. I think we're both adjusting, So anyway, please subscribe and share my videos. Also, please click the like icon and a notification bell so that you know next time I upload a video.